psychology.
Yeah, we click on.
Uh-huh. Um, so we said, look, psychology, physiology, theology, all these G's focus on a study of what that ology is. So breathology breaks the mold and establishes the breath as the master of all of life. And when you start out by saying, I'm a breathologist, it only means that you're practicing breathing consciously. You're practicing knowing that your breath is your fuel base, your breath is your available balance, your breath is your body, your breath is your planet, your breath is your universe, your breath is literally your God. And it is manifesting your body, it's manifesting the planet, it's manifesting the galaxies, it's manifesting the cosmos, it's manifesting the stars and the suns and the moon. Everywhere you go, you look, is your breath you're looking at. So when you root your consciousness in that reality, a foundation that you're coming from your breath, and everywhere you're going is your breath you're traveling on, and it's your breath you're going to meet, then you become a practicing breathologist. And you know that, okay, if there's a theology, it is only possible because the breath is making the available energy to do it. So before the theology, the breath. Before the psychology, the breath. Before the biology, the breath. Because the breath is the initiator of all realities. Um, any comments, Brother Mike? I'm okay. When okay, so what this brings to mind now is in this time, at this time in the world, where we have focused on mental images, on mental structures, on mental activities, not realizing that if you don't have the breath, none of those will be funded. And when we now recognize that our breath is our funding source, we can use that breath and we can create anything we want. As a matter of fact, the truth is that we are using that breath and we are creating whatever we are experiencing. And it's now becoming conscious that if you're creating something you don't enjoy, you go back to the practice, which is the formula, how to use your breath in a way that benefits you. What's that formula? The formula is about 8 steps. Number one, breath number one is take the next breath, the next conscious deep breath, and realize that what you are is your breath. That's your wattage. Then the next step is you realize that conscious deep breathing requires a language. So your breath needs a language in order to manifest itself. Because whatever you say is what your breath will use as a mold to manifest your thoughts and your feelings and your whatever images you have in your mind. So one, breathe consciously knowing that you are your breath. Two, use language that confirm your identity as your breath. I am my breath. I am my spirit. I am my energy. I am my God. Those are statements and those are language that are supportable. You can do the back check. And when you say, I am my breath, yes, I am my breath. You take the breath. I am what I'm saying. I am my spirit. I am my energy. I am my God. All of those, you are backing them up because the energy of the breath is backing them up. Then the third step in this wonderful practice is simply realizing that the breath has gone ahead of us and created a planet which is an all we can eat buffet. Everything on the planet can be broken down into an experience if we recognize what it is and what we want to do with it. All of the foods are made up of the breath, because if they didn't have the breath as their support, as their ingredients, they couldn't provide life to anyone or anything that eats them. So the entire planet is a all-you-can-eat buffet provided by, sponsored by, manifested by the breath, because that is how the breath packages itself for consumption. The fourth thing is playfulness. We have to recognize that playfulness is not an option in life. Everything in life furthers itself by playing, not by some serious position of authoritarianism. No, you have to be playful. You look at the young animals and they're all playing. As long as they're healthy, they're playing. Children, as long as they're healthy, they are playing. It's only when we grow up and become old now that we stop playing. And if we were to start playing again, we would become young again, because it is our nature to be playful. Then number 5, it's all about having a vision of yourself that corresponds with the reality of your breath. A vision of yourself that recognizes that your breath is your fuel base and is what is supporting all of what you're doing. And your vision, yes, is really just setting a mold which you're asking the breath to manifest. You're asking the breath to fill that mold and show you through experience what you're saying. Now, number 6 is trusting your breath. There is no room to slack off on trusting your breath. You have to trust your breath with all your heart, all your strength, all your mind, because it deserves your trust. Trust your breath because it is serving you. It has earned the right to be trusted, because where would you be without your breath? What would you be without your breath? How would you work without the fuel provided to you by your breath? So, breathology is embracing the reality of our breath. And number 7 is really realizing that everything that you are, your body, your planet, your cosmos, is being gifted, being offered to you by the breath, or God, or spirit, or energy. It's being offered to you for self-renewal. It's being offered to you for you to use to celebrate yourself. So what is being offered to you is being offered to you by everything around you, by everyone around you, by the planet. It's like everything around you is simply a channel through which the breath flows from itself to you. So here is the kicker in all of this. The only way you can get more from the breath is to give what the breath has given you. Pass it on. It's like a baton. It's like a relay. The breath gives you, you give it back to the breath, because everything that is around you is part of your breath. Your breath gives you itself, and you give yourself back to your breath. And that is what keeps the process going, keeps it healthy, keeps it vibrant. You get, you give, you get more. That's the whole principle there. You get, you give, you get more. If you don't give what you've gotten, you don't make room to get more of what's available to you, for you. And the last step is, which is a continuous practice, the last step is faith, generosity, and knowing, accepting yourself as the authentic reality that you have to deal with. When the rubber of your consciousness hits the road of your breath, then you get the traction with which to create and manifest what you're asking the cosmos, you're asking your breath to manifest for you. Your breath hears you at the most sensitive level. Your breath hears you at the level of your feeling. Your breath hears you at the level of your thoughts. Your breath hears you at the level of your imagination, your imagining. The wonderful thing about breathology is that it has room for everything, everyone, everywhere. There is no competition. There is just collaboration in breathology. Because why would you want to compete with yourself if you know that you're all of what the breath is expressing as a part of yourself? Why would you want to withhold what would benefit the rest of you from the rest of you? So breathology is a call to reality, a call to embrace your reality, a call to experience your reality and take ownership of it. Breathology says, quote me your breath. I am supplying you with the energy to manifest what you are experiencing. So quote me, quote yourself. Let there be no window between you and your breath. Breathing consciously is your way to paradise. It's your way to happiness. It's your way to health. It's your way to wealth. It's your way to wisdom. It's your way to freedom. It's your way to sweetness. It's your way to security. It's your way to satisfaction. So breathology, the fruits of breathology are not some pie in the sky promised to be reached sometime, somewhere, somehow. The fruits of the breath and the fruits of breathology are immediate and constant. Because when you take a conscious deep breath, you feel happy. You feel good. You feel healthy. You feel wealthy. There's no promise. The breath doesn't promise anything. It delivers if you practice. It delivers what you practice to create, what you see in your mind, what you see in your thoughts, what you feel in your feelings. You and I are literally one expression of the one breath, which is the one God, which operates by conscious breathing. The movement of the breath is in breathing. The breath knows what to do. The breath knows how to do what it does. You didn't have any conference with your breath when your breath was designing your body. That was on the breath, on the God that does those type of things. I was talking with Dawn this morning about conscious identity designs, that the breath, your breath, is a cosmic identity designer. So you are a cosmic identity designer. When you identify that you are your breath, then everything you design, the breath will fill it up and manifest it for you to experience as an authentic expression of your breath. So unless there is more that we can explore at this time, that's just a layout of the broad picture of breathology. Breathology is practicing, celebrating yourself as your breath, as your cosmos, as your planet, because there's no way you can extricate yourself. There's no way you can separate yourself from your breath and the rest of what your breath is manifesting as itself. And we will pick this up in other stages where we look at how we are creating experiences that we don't like and how to change creating the experiences we don't like with experiences that we enjoy. How to take full responsibility for creating only those experiences that benefit us and that benefit the rest of the universe. So breathology, in short, is a practice of being in tune with what you are being your breath, and knowing how to change what you are into how you see yourself, and knowing that how you see yourself, who you are is pretty much disposable. Who you are is disposable, but what you are is permanent. When you were a baby, that image, that who you were as a baby, has been disposed of by your breath. Your breath has grown you into an adult, into a mature adult. So you have become the who supported by the what. So we look into that along the road, because there are many of us who have created who's that are not suitable for our consumption. We have created who's that we don't enjoy, and we can change that. There is no condition that you have created that your breath is not able to change. So what a joy it is to know that we're not trapped. we're not trapped in any image. We're not trapped in any flavor. We're not trapped in any color. We're not trapped in anything, because our breath will give us the energy, the resources to change whatever we don't like. So if this is a starter, Brother Mike, we could use this as our starter from which to build out.
Yes, yes. It was interesting. The last statement that you made, was a profound statement. You said, "Who we are is disposable,"
Yeah.
and then you said, "What we are is permanent."
Yes.
And I like to play with the words that you always say. You say it's not WHAT,
Yes.
it's WATT. What
Yes.
is permanent? Because they say, what is the measure of energy?
Yeah.
And we like to say energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
That's right.
So if what we are is what we are, then we cannot be created or destroyed.
That's right.
But like you said, the who know, we start out in the womb, then we manifest as a little baby, then we grow. So the who keeps changing.
Yes.
But that's not permanent.
Yeah.
But the what we become, what we are. Yes, yes. So that was profound.
Thank you. Thank you.
I enjoy the piece where we say, the fruits of breathology.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look at it many different ways, but
Yeah.
when people understand the breath,
Mhm.
and then if you go as far as to equate the breath with God,
Yes.
you won't be too far off. You know.
Come home.
And yeah, because the Bible says he made man in his own image, and then he breathed his breath into man.
That's right.
And then man became a living soul.
That's right.
So it is interesting because I am watching my wife agonize because her favorite brother-in-law is coming to the end of his journey on earth, and he made a request that whatever happens, he don't want to go back to the hospital. He just want to spend the rest of his time with family.
Yeah.
So the question I am having is, do we have that luxury of giving up? Because Jesus didn't die on the cross until he says, I'm giving up my breath.
Giving up my body.
No, because he gave up his breath, then he died.
Or he took off. We could look at it. He took off. His breath took off to another dimension.
That's what I'm saying. But not until he gave the breath leave to leave the body.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I am wondering if we should be taught.
Yeah.
As long as you want to be here.
Yeah.
Just keep the breath going.
Yep.
You can't die. So we should be
That's
able
right.
to go a long time,
That's right.
So we probably people need to start understanding that it's not for you to say I'm ready to go, so I'm giving up. You have a little pain and a little ache here, and a little chemo might help, a little cancer thing, but when you say, well, I'm not going to do treatment and I'm not going to, sometimes God put that little thing in your way to see how much you want to live, and if you see that you don't intend to go no more, then you say, okay, come on home. I don't have no problem with you up here. I have a lot of space up here.
That's right.
I created you to enjoy life on earth.
Yes.
And if you don't enjoy life on earth, then when you come up here, there's nothing for you to do because you don't know what to do. You didn't enjoy what I gave you down there.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, the breathology, I guess, is what we need to be teaching the people, you know.
Yes, yes, Brother Mike.
Yes, sir.
I love your comprehension. You've always comprehended the reality, of what the breath is supplying us with. We've always had this breathology, breath-based conversation. And that's why we have been able to move into this space now where we can say, hey, there's more space here in the breath.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever your situation, if it gets cramped, move out of it. Dispose of the equipment, the filter that isn't working, and get a new filter. I created the first one. I can create more and more and more and more. As a matter of fact, I am creating more and more and more and more. And I am empowering you like I'm empowering myself to create more and more and more and more and more. So if the shallow breathing or the mental structures that we have set up are cramped and don't work anymore, as you rightly put it, the breath says to you, hey, you're not limited to that, man. Come on, do better for yourself.
But it like you've always said in the past, it's the teachings of the church that limit the people.
Yeah.
And I am now publicly telling folks I am not a Christian. And the moment I say I am not a Christian, folks look at me and say, oh my God, Chambers is now an atheist. That's not what I said. I say Christianity is a religion. Somebody took the teachings of Christ.
Yes.
And then it's like you bake a cake and then you put icing on the cake. So now, but if you just eat the cake without the icing, you're better off, because when you eat the icing on the cake, your blood sugar go up. But if you just eat cake, you stand a chance,
That's right.
So I'm telling them, I follow the teachings of Christ, what he told us to do.
Yes.
Because he was a smart fellow, He went, Miss Green would say he went and studied with the essence.
Yes.
And then he came back and he brought back that flavor.
All right.
But that is the doctrine that we should be following. Not what the church do now when they put the icing and tell us that you have to tithe. And if you don't tithe, you are in problem. Nothing wrong with tithing.
No.
But then you shouldn't be penalized, and you have to come to church every Sunday. And I was telling some friends the other day, I surely enjoyed this pandemic. And they asked me, how can you say that? I said, well, 18 months I didn't go to church, but I was able to worship my God. And I was able to concentrate on conscious deep breathing. And became closer to God during these 18 months than I have ever been. While I was going to church.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
D has to get some of this. Hold on.
Yeah, man. Yes, man.
DJ, come say hi to Mike, and we want to say something to you. Come on.
Yeah, man. It's
Yes, Mikey, this is fellowship, man. This is fellowship. Man. This is fellowship. What I'm looking at is we have the material to create a supermarket for breathology.
Yes, yes.
The cups, the caps, the t-shirts, everything. Because what we're saying is that you're what you eat. You are what you eat, meaning the images you're looking at is part of your meal.
Right.
The shirt you're putting on with the emblem on it is part of your meal. You're eating that. And you become what you eat. You're what you eat. Just like how you go and you put in the chicken, I'm gonna get some corn for lunch. You eat those corn, that you're what you eat, your mind, you put in your mind, you're what you put in your mouth. You are what you are. The only beautiful thing about it is you are what God is.
Yes.
Because
yes.
God is the breath. You are what God is because God is your breath. So because God is incorruptible, how can you feel to be corruptible? You just take a next new breath, and what you do with that breath is you renew yourself. So conscious deep breathing is a divine renewal process where the divine does not get stagnant. No image that thinks it can hold on for longer than its purpose can hold on. It just, your breath will renew it. Renew it. So we are renewable energy. Everything is so nice. Hold on, brother Mike. Hold on 1 second.
Yes.
Hi, Mike.
Miss G.
Hi, how are you?
Boy, good to see you, man.
That is nice. Good to see you also.
Long time, long time, long time.
That is true. That is
Yes.
true.
Yes.
I'm glad you got through everything nicely.
Yeah, man.
That is
Program
good.
went well, and the book you and Staffy created, man, was perfect.
Good, good, good.
Everybody enjoyed the book, you know.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, how come you did it down in Florida?
No, it's that we did one in New York,
Right.
but we decided to do it in Florida because the Cricket Council USA was the title sponsor, so they paid for everything.
Okay.
So they did the T20 tournament for 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
Then we had the day off Friday. And Saturday night, we had the induction ceremony.
Okay.
So they sponsored everything. So
Okay.
it was a good ride for the Hall of Fame, and it was televised worldwide. It was live
Oh,
streamed.
nice,
Yes.
nice,
So
nice.
we were getting calls from all over.
Wow.
And while the ceremony was going on, we had people like Pakistanis here in the US and Indians here in the US calling in that they didn't know that they could nominate people to be inducted.
Oh, Lord.
So before the night ended, we had about 5 emails of recommendations for people to be inducted next year.
Okay, great,
So
great.
yes, it was interesting. Yes, yes.
That is nice. Well, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, man. Yes.
So Staffy went down too?
No, Staffy couldn't make it, you know.
Okay.
Wasn't able to make it.
All right.
So just a few of us went down.
Uh-huh.
Dalton was there, you know.
Yes, nice, nice. Very good, very good.
Yes, sir.
And your president went or no?
No, she wasn't able to make it. It was her birthday, she said. So
Okay, okay.
wanted to celebrate up here, you know.
With family. Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes, my love. So
We
you
back
take
in the
care now.
saddle. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. All
Another.
right.
Don't let him go
Mhm.
yet.
Mhm.
Don't let him go yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk again.
Hold on. This is telling me not to let you go.
Yeah,
Hold on.
all right, all right.
So you take care.
All right, Miss G. Good
Have a
seeing
good
you, man.
day and have a good week.
Yeah, I sure will.
All right.
You too.
I will. Thank you.
All
Hold on.
right.
Yes.
Yes, brother Mike.
Yes, sir.
So the reality that we have been presented with is We have been given the message, and now we've been given the method.
Right.
When-
Right.
Yeah, man. When I look at the Zoom and the Facebook and all of those and see those tools that have come with the message, you know, we 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 have been blessed.
Yes.
So now I see we won't be putting out Bibles, big books, but we'll be putting out teacups with the message.
Right. Right.
The books that you and Dawn and myself have been given, we'll use that as a inventory right away. We have it. We didn't know we were building inventory, but we were building inventory.
Right.
So when people come and they say we want to take home something, we make it simple. Take home this cup. Breathe consciously. Take home this cup. I am my breath. Take home this cup. I am spirit. I am God. Don't be afraid to say, I am God, because what else are you? I am energy. So what we're doing now is we are fleshing out the breath. And this becomes our merchandise. We don't have to strive to get money, because we get this tool, the breath, which the currency which we use to make money. So how much money you want to print? How much? Any amount. And so we take it from there, where yes, we have the message, we have the method, we have the platform, and the internet is our platform. So we've been served a fully loaded card pack deck. And all we have to do now is shuffle the pack right and play the pack right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Some time ago, when Dee and I had just gone down to Jamaica, I wrote a poem called The Pack Have a Shuffle. The pack have a shuffle. And the theme of it was, some people take off the pretty them and put them in their pockets, and deal the others the bush. As long as me have the pretty. And then went on and said, I strip me naked, we are playing. And when you cream off all the pretty and give me all the bush, me stand up naked before you, because anytime you throw out a jack, me have to serve up two. You throw to serve out a queen, you have to give me three bush. Serve out a king, you have to give me four of your bush. You serve out a S, and you have to give me 5 of your bush. So we now are presenting a new deck, the deck of the breath, the deck of breathfulness. We could even design it and call it the breathology deck. But whatever it is, however we go about it, it's having fun, because there's no limit to what God has given us. And we're not going to put on no limit on it. And Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Michael, one of the archangels who was sent with the message. What was the message? Breathology is the message. D Her name in the Greek mythology is Dawn, Eos, one who presents the light, opens the door. And as I tell her, I remember the first time we went to the Cricket Hall of Fame induction. And we remember how people used to leave their books behind because it wasn't anything to take home. And I remember the first time she designed the book, you asked her to design the book. I remember people started taking away people's books. I was there. So God has presented us as a team with the message, with the platform, with the technical ability to package and deliver the message in a way that makes it delicious. I could never get a better assignment in my entire life. I don't want another one. I believe, Brother Mike, Sister D, we have been blessed with abundance, with everything that the breath is. So now, sharing it is a privilege, a total privilege.